So in 3.3, once Hurston Law Bill in, you'll be able to rent ships and also buy ships. Renting ships obviously will be more economical in the short term because ships themselves.
Well, it lets you try them out.
Yeah, lets you try them out, and they also cost money. So it's an opportunity to rent something, to use it, figure it out. So here's a new deal. A couple of obviously ships that are coming in 3.3. There's the Phoenix, sitting right there, the new Mustang. And of course, to the right is it's just a pretty looking ship. Yeah, the Hammerhead.
The big boy.
Again, another ship that's coming with 3.3. I think the Avocado just started to play with it and have fun. It's probably a bit out of our price range. Yeah, definitely out of our price range. We don't have that much money. So let's go in and get something that's a little cheaper for us.
Yeah.
I don't know how much. I think Mustang, maybe 100,000 or something. I'd have to take a look. This is our first pass at. We're still working on the economy. There's a whole matrix in terms of how much material things got, the manufacturing quality, the brand. It's the same for items. So we have a matrix that's done to work with the dynamic economy on ships and on items. Obviously, there's still going to be.
Hello and welcome to the New Deal Shipyard, where there ain't no such thing as too low of a deal.
He just went in
Take a
last
look around
night.
and just breathe it in.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Little
Yeah,
work
the
still.
lighting's on. So yeah, like how much? That's okay.
600.
Which is the Aurora? 220,000. Oh no, the 85X is that much more expensive. But we get a Prospector maybe.
Glenn's been wanting to buy.
Yeah. All right. There we go. Now we have a Prospector we can now fly. And there we go. That is the end of the mission demo. So we've done a mission in Lawville / Hurston that is going to be in 3.3 once that comes online. We've shown you the various parts of the gameplay, including the FPS aspect that you can do against the environment, multi-part missions, the various biomes of Hurston, the transit system, the enhanced interaction system, being able to buy or rent ships. We didn't show renting, but that's also be part of this. And they will all be stuff that will come with 3.3 that you guys will play once Hurston and Lawville will be on site. So thank you very much for seeing this. We've been working really hard. There's still a bunch more work to be done to get the glitches and bugs out, which you all got to experience a bit of. But we're really kind of excited by the beginnings of the possibilities of what it's going to provide. And I think the rest of the day, we've got a whole bunch of panels that are talking about various things that we've done, including how we built Hurston, some of the technology we've used, some of the other graphics technology we've been working on, the new flight model, which won't be in 3.3, but it'll be coming in 3.4 onwards, which we're also pretty excited by. So I would say go and visit the panels. The audio guys have got some really great presentations on their stuff. Character guys have got great stuff. Tony has a design session that he's going to sit in and expound on, so that'll also be really interesting. So.
Yes, thanks for watching. Yes, got 9 minutes left. Thanks for watching. It's 7:30 a.m. morning, Sunday morning. And that was 6-hour record from this super nice game, Star Citizen. I have to buy that. Yes, it's 7:35 in the morning, and the reason I start to record it, I was by yesterday, Saturday morning, 5 a.m. I did buy No Man's Sky. Yes, and I was watching this No Man's Sky's videos. This is the YouTuber MZK, and he was mentioning this game. It's about yes, let's skip.
Hi guys, it's Kimbo here, and today what I'm going to be bringing you guys is a No Man's
Yes,
Sky.
I was watching
And in
this.
today's video, what I'm going to be delving into is some more heavy speculation surrounding a feature that has been talked about since the dawn of No Man's Sky, and seems to be picking up some more traction recently, and that is...
Yes, I was watching this video about No Man's Sky because I'm new to No Man's Sky, and he was mentioning this super nice game, Star Citizen. Then I did a search on YouTube, and then this is why I did this record. 6 hours, that's crazy long time.
Of course, the proposed features of cities or advanced civilizations in No Man's Sky. For this video, I want to explain how cities could indeed work in No Man's Sky, why they would benefit the experience, but also the major drawbacks of introducing them as a full-fledged feature. As always, feel free to let me know your thoughts on the matter, and without further ado, please do sit back and relax. Let's get started. Okay, so let us start by outlining just what people mean when they talk about cities in No Man's Sky. Now, it is hard to speak for everyone when talking about a feature like this, but what I personally think of when this edition is mentioned are the huge procedural cities of Star Citizen. These cities are shown to be generated by algorithms and maths, just like the tech.
Yes, I saw this 7 hours ago, and I did a search. I really had to look what this game was. Then I know what it is. It's super nice. I have to buy it.
Behind
So
creating planets in No Man's Sky, and they are probably the closest definition to perfect I can think of if you were to watch footage of Star Citizen. Now, I'm not incredibly big on that game, nor do I understand it, to be honest. It's a game which has always kind of got me interested, but then I've read so much bad stuff about it. Generally speaking, I'm very out the loop on it, but I think that a lot of inspiration for No Man's Sky's own procedural cities comes from Star Citizen's introduction. But right away, we're presented with our first issue before we can even begin to speculate on how cities would function, and that is how Star Citizen and No Man's Sky are extremely different games. Star Citizen is marketed as a huge online space exploration simulator with combat, economies, player interaction, and so on. It's essentially an MMO, but to a scale which no game has ever attempted before. It's very much about feeling like you're in a developed version of space, where a lot of what you find will be somewhat colonized or discovered already. There does seem to be a constant feeling that you are not alone in that game. Again, you will get your isolated moments and your moments of feeling very, very small, but compared to No Man's Sky, it's extremely minimal from what I can tell. However, as stated, No Man's Sky is the complete opposite. The game's original intention was to feel soul crushingly lonely, like you're lost in an infinite galaxy that isn't very friendly towards you. This feeling did later change with Next, or I guess 1.3 actually, but still to this day, the game can feel...
Forestil dig solen og strandene fra de kanariske øer. Oplandet med naturen og skønheden fra
skip that.
extremely isolated, and does an absolutely great job of putting into perspective just how tiny and insignificant you are, especially with the introduction of third person. And this, in my opinion, is the biggest reason why cities would feel out of place in a game like No Man's Sky. They make sense in something like Star Citizen because of the tone that exists throughout the game, but visiting insanely populated planets in No Man's Sky would just feel I don't know, out of place, a little forced maybe. It's obviously subjective depending on who you ask, but my gut instinct tells me that it would change the atmosphere of the game a little too much. And of course, I myself don't want that, and I think a lot of other people in the community don't want that either. However, that is not to say that this feature wouldn't work in No Man's Sky whatsoever, that it's a feature that simply cannot function in a game like No Man's Sky, because if it is done correctly, then I believe No Man's Sky would actually benefit a lot more from a feature like advanced civilizations or settlements. And what would be the best way to do this correctly? Make it rare as fuck. I think a huge missing part of No Man's Sky that has always bothered me since I really started to play it is the unpredictable nature that was lost after the game launched, and I guess with later updates as well. In the game's current state, landing on a cold planet means you expect snow on the ground, the same leafless trees and perhaps a mountain, or maybe two. The same goes with cold planets. You expect
I think it's enough for now.
each time. There is never really a
I think that's enough space for today. Yes, thanks for watching. We have 2 minutes left, and yes, I'm happy I did record that, and I have no copyright of this videos on YouTube from other YouTube players, but go and watch, subscribe their channels, subscribe their videos, give them a like, and yes, it's 8 o'clock soon, and 7:45. Yes, I have been watching a lot, then I know a lot about this very nice Star Citizen. Of course I will buy this game, but I just buy No Man's Sky, and I'm pretty low of money, and we have 8 days for Christmas. There will be a lot of upload. I still need 6 parts No Man's Sky, and then 16 parts of this. Yes, and it's a big, I have to write the procents on the video, like 23%, because the video stops uploading sometimes. Yes, but hope everyone did understand my English, and I plan to record game videos in English, because I don't like just people from Denmark should understand my game. I really like to play computer games, so I don't want to just share it with Danish people. Yes, I know my English is not super good, but there's so many others online is not English speaking, not so good English, but I think most can understand. Yes, good night, and I will go to bed. Thanks for watching. Yes. Cut.